Hi, I'm Shane, and if you've never seen me before, on TikTok I read my high school diary entries 35 years to the day they were written. Friends and followers, you may recall that on February 28th, my brother came into my room and reported that my dad had gotten into a fist fight / brawl at my brother's basketball game. I had only a very mild recollection of this event, but other people remembered it in detail. My dad was willing to come on TikTok and talk about it, but logistically, I just didn't make it happen. But we do have an eyewitness tonight to talk about that fist fight with me. That is my brother, Mark.
Hi, gang.
So the story actually starts a week before the fist fight night at a game that they were playing at the same gym. My dad was not there to coach that night. The team was in the hands of his assistant coach. We are not going to name names, but we will name parishes. That previous game was against
St. Linus.
And things were fine, I guess. Did you win that game?
Not sure, but one of my teammates had kind of a mullet, and they were calling him haircut during the game, making fun of his mullet, and that rubbed us the wrong way.
All right. Then the game ended, Mark, and what happened?
Well, yeah, tensions were high, and we had to get dressed in the same locker room.
Both teams.
Both teams, but like separate, I guess, sides of the rows of lockers.
Okay.
And that's when some of their players were really laying into my guy about his mullet.
The assistant coach, who was the father of my brother's friend John, who I've mentioned a few times in various entries over the last 4 years, had just gotten a new truck. And that truck was in the parking lot outside the gym. And when our team exited the gym, they found players from the other team throwing rocks at the truck. And the coach, John's dad, did not take kindly to that.
Yes. And neither did, I think their parents were also out there. So there was some verbal back and forth. No fisticuffs, but just verbal sparring.
Fast forward to a week later when our team was again playing in that same gym, not against St. Linus, against a completely different team.
All I remember about the next game at that gym, we were in the layup line playing somebody else. And then all of a sudden looked over, and my dad and John's dad were face to face with some other dads, and then all of a sudden a brawl broke out and some punches were thrown.
According to my dad, who did tell me the story within the last couple of weeks, he arrived that night with his assistant coach and obviously my brother and the other team. They all walked in together, got the players into their warm-up situation, got things going. And then a bunch of Linus dads showed up. They were not the opposing team, and they had not been playing there, according to my dad. And it was like an ambush. Thugs. And then the other thing that my dad remembers is that his shirt, and I think he was like office guy at that time.
Yeah, he was still coming to games like suited up or at least shirt and tie.
Yeah, so he remembered that his shirt was all torn up by the end of the fight, but no one was hospitalized or anything. It petered out. And then my Uncle James and Joey, the oldest brother of Joey, Mac, and Miles, showed up to watch the game and were like, what the hell just happened? So we raise a glass tonight to our dad and to Southside Grammar School Hoops. It's Jameson, not peach schnapps.
St. Linus, some beefs are everlasting. Loretto Lancers for life.
See y'all tomorrow.